Hi, it's Wednesday, April 16th, 2025, and this is Darren with an update to Jeff's new layout project in the Twin Cities area. The last time we talked about Jeff's layout was back in the end of September of last year, where he was going to be moving from his home in Omaha area to Farmington, Minnesota. And so he's got a space here that's approximately 12 by 41 feet. I'm going to actually put the camera on wide so you can see a little bit better. This is actually my second visit up here. Last time I put up a bunch of bench work, but we had so much stuff on top of the bench and it's not much better today, but at least you get an idea of what's been happening. So this layout is sort of similar to the concept of the one that he had in Omaha, and that it starts out with a staging yard, and in this case, back here in the laundry area, this is an area where there's going to be 6 tracks for a yard, which will end up being on a curve, which is okay. The operator will stand here, and this has room for a fairly good sized engine facility. So the tracks will originate in this space, 6 tracks, and then goes out through the wall over here, and then it will come across a bridge extending there, and then go down. There's a lot of industries in place now in what Jeff's hometown was Madison, Nebraska, and so this represents some of the industries that were in Madison when he was growing up, although the layout is based in modern day. So the layout then will continue along and go underneath of itself over here, because it was very important to Jeff to have an over-under area. So you'll see where it's going to come out here, and then the other track goes underneath. In the meantime, then, this will be a folded dog bone. The layout's going to extend along here, and we're going to utilize the window wells for space for larger and deeper buildings. At this moment, we haven't really settled on where a lot of the buildings are going. These are buildings that some have moved here from Alaska, some of them are here from his layout in Nebraska, and so we do know that we're going to put the power plant here. Probably the grain elevator is going to be along this stretch. He wants to have an area with some TOFC and containerized trains, maybe some sort of a facility that they can move containers. And then it has to skip a little gap over here for a bridge, because we have to have access to the electrical panel. And then in here is going to be some sort of a large facility, which we haven't settled on. These are most of the buildings from what he likes for his John Deere portion of the layout, which if you go back and review all of Jeff's layouts in previous incarnations in the Alaska layout and then in the Omaha layout, we were definitely going to have a lot of focus on John Deere. So the track will come around here, and this will be the other end of the folded dog bone, which we've kind of talked about being more open scenery this time instead of structures. These are just parked here, but maybe simulating the buttermilk curves, which are a set of curves just a ways east of North Platte, Nebraska, where the tracks make kind of this really nice S-curve. But that's sort of the main part of the layout. And then we're going to put a hole through the wall here, because we like to put holes through walls. And this is a lot of storage back in here, but this is going to be his John Deere facility, which would be an L-shape part of the layout over here. And then on this left-hand side, this is going to be the dispatcher's panel. If you go back and review a video from a couple of months ago, I talked a bit about how we were going to utilize using the DCC system to operate turnouts, and utilizing the outputs from some mini panels to move the lights and show turnout indications. So go back and review some videos, maybe 7 or 8 videos ago will show us how we intend to do that for this layout. But so that's the update for the moment. I'm back here actually again in not too long a time, and we'll continue with more design, and then of course cutting out the bench tops to create more of a cookie cutter effect, because obviously in a situation like this where the track comes out and goes down, this is going to be a different grade than here, so that all this will be laid out on more of a not a flat design. So that's everything for the moment, and we'll see everybody at the next stop. Thanks again.